Farm News Media presents Farm News 5.
NAMA is a National Agri-Marketing Association. We pick a product and then we help develop it throughout the year and we take it to compete here at Kansas City.
Spartan NAMA has a strong showing in KC. Don't fret if your field is too wet to plant corn. And you can bet Chris Betts will join us later with a look at markets. I'm Janelle Bros, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
A year of dedication and hard work paid off for Michigan State University's student chapter of the National Agri-Marketing Association. The 9-member team earned 5th place in the student marketing competition, which requires teams to develop a marketing plan and compete against 30 other colleges and universities. Before developing the plan, the team first had to pick a product to market.
We spent a few weeks brainstorming. It was, what are we having issues with in agriculture? What can we do to improve things? And we just kept coming back to the tart cherry industry. With it being in Michigan, it was an ideal thing for us to be able to do.
We picked chickles this year, which is pickled tart cherries, which they kind of sound gross, but they're not dill pickles, I promise. They're in like a red wine vinegar, and so they have a savory taste. We kept coming back to the name because we were doing fun and different names, and everybody just kept laughing at chickles. So we're like, all right, we got to go with it.
My name is Laura.
Our tech team goes in like 5 minutes before us in order to get the presentation set up. And then the 5 of us on the presentation team are allowed to walk in and present to the judges what we've worked on all year with our presentation. And then we get a 5-minute Q&A session with them and we're done.
It went awesome. That was by far our best presentation yet. Our team did a great job. We were all pretty nervous, but the judges loved the chickle and our little jokes put in.
In addition to placing 5th in the marketing competition, the MSU team won 1st place in the John Deere Signature Award and 3rd place for Outstanding Student Chapter. The team was also recognized with the awards for chapter programming and chapter management. Spring planting may be off to a slow start in 2018, but that won't hurt corn yields. Planting date research by Michigan State University Extension specialists has consistently shown there would be no agronomic or economic advantages for planting corn before April 20th. For much of Michigan, the optimum corn planting period usually is from the beginning of May until the middle of the month. The recommendation is to plant corn if soil conditions are right and the soil temperature is above 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You can visit the MSU EnviroWeather website to check the soil temperature from a station closest to you.
Solar Land Use Agreements 101. Learn what you need to know from energy attorney Scott Story at fosterswift.com.
In response to recent wildfires ravaging Oklahoma, the Michigan-based nonprofit Ag Community Relief sent trucks loaded with hay and supplies to producers in need. In recent weeks, the drought-stricken region of northwestern Oklahoma has seen more than 400,000 acres burned. Donations for this and other relief efforts are always welcome and can be made online at agcommunityrelief.com or on the Ag Community Relief Facebook page. 4-H alumni and supporters are encouraged to vote in the Raise Your Hand campaign to help Michigan receive funds to expand 4-H programs. States with the most votes could be awarded up to $20,000. Supporters can vote for their state at 4h.org/raiseyourhand now through May 15th. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betts.
Thanks, Janelle. A lack of fresh news this week has left largely consolidated trade for all three. Warmer temperatures are on the way for much of the belt, which will help planting pick up steam next week. This should lend pressure for corn and soybeans, as the demand side of the equation looks stable in the near term. For corn, ethanol margins are positive as surging crude lends support. Crude prices have risen with the production cuts from OPEC, as well as tensions in Syria. Rising ethanol futures and stable corn prices will encourage production, but seasonal maintenance curbed figures for last week. Soybeans have also retreated from recent highs as the export wire has been quiet this week and crush margins have narrowed. Wheat has been on the rise this week with wildfire concerns in the southern plains. Russian spring planting is lagging behind schedule, also lending some support. Potential gains will be limited, however, by burdensomely large world stocks. For more market information, go to mishag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betts.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janelle Gross. Have a great week of farming.